Hey Gigi, this looks great, so you can move forward. There's a couple things I want to mention, but they're not important. There's one that is important, so let me just go to that one first. Um, you need turn off the house just so we're only. Actually, this is something I just noticed that I think you should fix. Um, you have all this. This is all actually on the default layer. These 2D plans. So just add a layer. Call it plan. I get. You could doesn't matter. Plans. And move these to that. So if I select them, oops, if I right click over here, change object layer, they're there. If I turn that off, they're gone. Um, so the thing with by the way, I should have just said this. This really isn't going to work as the transparent ceiling. We could go in here and make it even more transparent by doing this. But that's still not the greatest. What we really want to do is have it clear. So I want you to go to use this command, set object display mode, and then we're selecting the ceiling, and it's asking me what I want it to look like other than what's being shown. So I click on that button, I say wireframe, um, and now it's a clear ceiling. And it's still there though. So if I say, if I select objects, the ceiling's still there. It's just we can't see it. But when we apply a material to it, the simulation will see it. One thing you need to do though is go and isolate one of these apartments and have it on a separate set of layers. So really, you want to have, if you, not, it really wasn't part of the assignment to build the full building. It's great you did that, but uh, now you need to actually have one of these apartments that you can turn on and off, or turn the whole building off and leave that apartment on. So it'll be just like the house, except it's going to be, you can set it in the apartment building if you want to, but you need to be able to turn it on and off just like the same as this, and then the whole building should be able to be turned on and off by a set of layers. So the only difference is going to be, of course, that you'll have windows. You won't have these windows back here, which is I see what you did here. You got rid of these aren't actually windows back there, but these are. I think it's a thing, right? So if I can see, right. So and eventually, as we move forward, we'll get to where you clean this up and we don't see where the windows were. But don't worry about that right now. Okay, so let's just go do a couple things on the house. First off, like we said, we would change this ceiling to set object display mode, wireframe, and we're good. Um, I would always make my windows a color. This is something that I really haven't. What I want is when I go into when I turn on my sun, I want to be able to see through the windows so that I can get some kind of, I can get a feel for how the sun's moving really quickly with this, using just the sun in Climate Studio. One thing I can do is just turn the windows off. That works actually great for this. By the way, I like your furniture that you pulled in from CAD. That's cool. But see now, if we're looking at this, trying to understand like how we might want to create shading, we can do a quick, analysis just by looking at it. Um, but so that if we turn the windows on, I know in the past I've done this by including glass as a material. For some reason, it's not working when I was just trying it. So I would just make this a color and really completely transparent. So now it's kind of the same thing. We can see in, and we can see that there's a window there. I'm assuming this isn't a window, that right there. Um, and again, we'll eventually get to where you get rid of those extra surfaces or whatever that is. What else? I'll show you one other thing. If and again, this you don't need to do this for this assignment. I'm just showing you since I know you want to learn Rhino. How do we get rid of? We don't really want this overlap, right? I mean, this at this level of design, this envelope should be the same because there's basically a facade out here that would wrap this, right? Unless you wanted this as an architectural detail. If I select these two and use the command Boolean union, I have a shortcut BU, but you'd have to type in Boolean union. Um, we now have it's one object now. So if I use another command, merge all faces, which is a shortcut for me, you would have to type in merge coplanar, all coplanar faces. Now that's one surface, so that's cool. And we could do that for, the whole thing. Boolean union, merge all faces, and there's merge. Now remember, these are shortcuts that I've got. I can show you how to add shortcuts, or if you do that Rhino class, they'll show you how to do it. I think other than that, this looks really good. You're doing great. Let me know if you have any other questions. All right.